Dr Nick, près de 2000 cas de tricherie et ces jeunes qui ont célébré leur DCE et après on vous dit vous êtes recalé. In that situation, how to do?
Oui, c'est tellement important qu'on recale comme ça parce que le Cameroun là est en train de dégringoler sur tout le plan. Hein. Et je pouvais vous poser même la question d'une autre façon. On a tellement de ministères, je ne sais pas...
L'éducation de base, enseignement.
Non, oubliez les... En général, on a 60 ministères, on a des how do you say it, parapublic institutes,
Oui.
on a tout ça, il y a tout ça. If I were to ask you a question, give me one structure in Cameroon, ministry or whatever, put Canal, all those structures, give me one that is a reference that functions well. You understand? That functions well. Which one would you name? That's the problem. So those children are a reflection of our community. And the children came from over there, and then they have come and they have copied from over here and are doing better. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So this thing is called cross-pollination, which can be positive and negative. So we are learning the tricks very well, and so you can see we are all going off. And so it's an indicator of something that is not too good, and we ought to do something about it. You see, when Brother Ashu was speaking, he said some schools have 3,000 students. True, but it's not the 3,000 students who are writing GC at any time, any moment. So you could have a school of 3,000 and about 400 are registered in the GCE. So if by the time you are having 2,000, you know, it's a collection from many institutions.
But how come you can correct an exam? You have people who are admit and after you. On vous recale.
No, it's
Est-ce
because...
que la faute n'est pas à un certain niveau pour facilement introduire la fraude?
No, wait. So you are correcting the scripts.
Yes.
Then after that you are analyzing what happened. And then you might have some information about what went wrong. Then when you check and you find out that something, you know, went past your attention, then you go back and say, even though I corrected and said you passed on paper, yes, you answered the question, but
the results are there, already known by everyone.
Yes. When you do something wrong, that's why when you commit a crime, you are punished in public. So that's no question. You have to be nailed to the cross, just so that we don't let it go. It's very important that, I mean, I'm just happy that whoever did that kind of thing, you know, the system caught up with them. That's what happens to when you have a good system. You know, even in America, you do a lot of funny things, but the system eventually catches up with you and nails you to the cross. You know, so I think it only goes to show that the GCE board is doing their job. You know, the GCE board is doing their job. Even when you think you have gone through the system, they still have a way of catching you. Just before you take back the microphone, I wanted to say something because we were talking about. I should raise the issue of harmonization.
Yes.
And let me say that. Yeah, that might have been an attempt, but we are trying to harmonize two things that are no use. And I think last time when I was here with our brother, I mentioned that the school system as such has to change. It's true that in my days, which is a long time ago, the education was very good, and I was taught by some guys from Holland. But the bottom line is the kind of education, I'm sure you've heard me talking about this all this while, we have to change actually the whole concept of education in Cameroon, otherwise we'll not be able to catch up with China, India and the others. Our education is more of storytelling, but the education that our children need now, 80% must be STEM related. We need to actually make a shift.
It's practical education.
Yeah.